Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and welcome to my Week 9 recap of my Road to Olympia Bikini Amateur 2023. So this week was the inevitable decrease in macros. I've been expecting it, I've been waiting for it, and it's here. So carbs and fats went down, but everything else stayed the same. So steps, cardio, weights, protein, all of that remains. And so even though I felt the reduction in calories, it wasn't a huge, substantial change that resulted in a great energy deficit. I'm still feeling really good, energetic. I wake up and I'm ready to go. So that's good. I certainly feel the decrease in calories, but I'm not particularly hungry. I'm still doing okay. Where I am struggling though is sleep. I've mentioned that I think in all of my videos so far. I've recognized that I need to reevaluate my to-do list and just make a change. I can't keep staying up all night to get things done. My coach kind of warned me that fight or flight is going to kick in and the body is going to stop responding if my brain and fatigue are always on a high level. So I am going to work on that for sure. I'm going to make a list and prioritize the need to do's and the want to do's. For example, all I want to do right now is go through my Christmas decorations and purge. Why do I want to do that? Why? It makes no sense. It's irrational. There are a few aspects of prep brain that are creeping in. So for one thing, I completely forgot, misunderstood. I don't know. The whole back to school thing, I was not on my game. I thought back to school was Thursday. Turns out the first day was Wednesday. And I figured it out Tuesday night. So Tuesday was a super late panic to get their names written down on all of their school supplies. That was crazy. But the nice thing is that the next morning when I walked them to school, I had all of their school supplies in the wagon behind me, and it was just nice to drop them off and have a day with a few fewer children at home. Getting in the steps is going to be a little bit easier now because I have this automatic walk to school, and hopefully that frees up some of my time because some of my kids are not around. Another aspect of the prep brain that my coach was actually explaining to me is I'm really wanting my house to be clean and things are bugging me and it has to get done right away. So we've been having a Lego summer where the whole dining room table has been covered with all of the kids' Lego, and I just couldn't handle it anymore. That Lego had to go. So it got put away whether or not it was done, and it's just got to be off of my to-do list to get all their Lego built. So I am trying to reduce some of those to-dos. But it's just hard. We're a busy family. I'm also very involved in my kids' time. I teach them piano. I also teach them Highland dancing in addition to the lessons that they go to. I'm a Highland dancer myself, so we spend a lot of time in the living room practicing.
Whoa. Whoa, guys.
It's very fun and I love doing these things with them, but at the end of the day, I'm finding that meal prep is getting pushed super late into the night. Workouts are getting pushed later. I'm sleeping in because I'm staying up too late, which means things that I typically do in the morning aren't getting done until later. So then I end up staying up and then I can't wake up. And then it's this vicious cycle of my sleep always being the thing that takes a hit. And I recognize that I have to change that, or there's going to be some consequences to my physique going forward. But it wasn't all hardship. There have been some nice aspects of the week as well. So if you remember, last week I was working on my posing, the transition from the back pose to the front pose. Well, this week I've been working on the little wave at the end, the exit. And so I found, once again, a few girls on Instagram who did something that caught my eye, studied it really carefully, figured out what it was that they were doing, tried it myself, and sending that off to my posing coach, and we'll see what she says and which way I should exit the stage. And let me know what you guys think, if you have a favorite. We also went to Costco, our favorite place in the world, and I have a few tips on how to navigate Costco while on prep when you've got kids with you. So, tip number 1, as soon as you get there, get your kids a hot dog. They're cheap, they're delicious. If they drop them, you can buy another one, and your kids won't be hangry while you're trying to shop. So good. Tip number 2, don't even touch the samples. They're not for you. They're for people who are not bodybuilders or who are not tracking what they're eating carefully. You have a goal. You don't need them. You can have them after the show. Tip number 3, dress warm. Costco is freezing. Not just the produce section, the whole store is cold. Tip number 4, push the stroller from behind. Your kids will pretend they're driving and you don't have to be close to them while you're shopping. Tip number 5, if there's something you're particularly craving, just leave it, buy it later. You don't need to test your willpower in your house. Even if it's on sale, just get it after your show. You don't need it right now. However, if there's something you really want and willpower is not an issue, there's no problem in getting something for a treat for when you're done. Also, getting in steps, it's a little bit of a challenge lately. Going outside is not always an option. We're having some air quality issues because of all the wildfires in Canada. So doing a little bit more like mall walking. But, I take them to the mall and then the fire alarm goes off at the mall. What can you do? This is exciting. So other than the reduction in the macros, nothing else really changed this week. Just making everything work, trying my best to get everything done in a day, and recognizing that I need to make some changes to sleep. But one thing that I have been doing in kind of a self-care, I'm trying to just put on lotion. I know that sounds so insignificant, but it's like just a few moments of time before I get dressed that I just sit down and smell something beautiful, and it makes me feel good. So that's one little aspect of self-care I've really tried to work into my routine. And then the other thing is music. So while I'm up late working on whatever it is that I'm working on, I've really been craving music. And it doesn't add to my workload. It's just something in the background. But there's a particular sound that I've been wanting to hear. And I actually discovered a whole new genre of music that I've never even encountered before. It's called dark cabaret. And I created my own little playlist on Spotify, and it's just making me feel really happy to listen to this music. It's like the mood is capturing where I'm at right now. Typically, I like very sweet, happy music. I'm a big Jack Johnson fan. When I work out, I like Cascade and Calvin Harris and Tiesto. It's very upbeat, but lately I'm wanting more like moody. Even when I play piano, I'm playing like the more moody, deep sounds. So it's been very nice to just kind of embrace this particular mood that I'm in. And another thing I noticed was that while we are away in Orlando, I'm going to be missing a couple things back here at home. Number one is Halloween. We are a huge Halloween family. Halloween is a bigger occasion for us than Christmas. We get a family portrait done, we all dress up. It's a big deal in our family. And my show day is Halloween. So we're missing Halloween, but I'm on the ball with costumes. They've arrived. I have a few little tweaks that I need to make them perfect, but at least that is one thing that's off my plate, though I do still have to decide what I'm gonna wear for Halloween when we're in Orlando. The other thing that we're going to be missing is some dance competitions, which is sad because I really like going to those and watching my kids, but it just means that I will have to prepare a little bit in advance and wait for the video footage while I'm away. That's about it. Lotion and music have been my self-care this week, and definitely I'm going to figure out where I can reduce some of my to-dos and just try to chill out. It's not in my personality type, but it has to be done. Stay tuned for some more recaps. And of course, next week's video, 8 weeks out, we're getting closer. See you later.